So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our Dasha series in Vedic Astrology, and today in this video, let's try to understand one of the most rewarding Dashas, and that is the 9th house Lord Dasha in Vedic Astrology. The term Dasha which I am using here, it's similar to the Mahadasha and the Vimshotri Mahadasha. Okay. And we are not discussing with regards to planets that are actually sitting in your 9th house. We are specifically talking about the 9th house Lord. It may be your 9th house Lord is posited in the 5th house, 7th house, 12th house, 2nd house. So first of all, let's try to decode how this set of Dasha is going to be and what are going to be the positive, negative results that are going to be particularly associated with this 9th house. Now, very first thing, irrespective of whichever ascendant you are, it may be you are Aries, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, 9th house is one of the most fortunate houses in Vedic Astrology. And the reason why I am calling it as a reward giving Dasha, because if you are going to be fortunate enough to see this 9th house Lord Dasha, and suppose you are having some sort of desires in front of you, it may be some materialistic desires, maybe some other form of spiritual desires, some traveling desires, or maybe monetary or any other sort of desires. 9th house is that house, or the 9th house Lord Dasha have the capacity to first of all create the fulfillment of all these desires. Although 11th house in Vedic Astrology is the actual house which represents the desires, but 9th house Dasha, if you are fortunate enough to receive it, this have the capacity to give you fulfillment in your own desires. Second important point, irrespective of the debilitation of this 9th house Lord, irrespective whether its dignity is weak and strong in your own chart, and also many a times, suppose you are going through 9th house Lord Dasha, and the second zodiac sign of that planet is, for example, falling in the Dushtana houses, 6th house, 8th house and 12th house. Still 12th house have the capacity to provide you the best and the maximum positive result into your own life. So this is one of the most rewarding dashas of your entire life. Although not many individuals are going to be fortunate enough to go through their 9th house Lord Dashas, because this is naturally the house which represents the Bhagya and the fortune. But if you are fortunate enough to see the 9th house Lord Dasha, and even if this planet is coming into the Antardasha, the few things you will not notice. The very first thing is actually the change of place, okay? Every energy, okay? Every place is having some sort of energy connected with it. Suppose you are living in one particular area, one neighborhood, or maybe in some part of the country. So every area have certain energy associated with it. As soon as you are going into this 9th house, the very first part this 9th house Lord Dasha is creating, it's actually going to be creating the relocation towards that particular area where you are going to be exploring the maximum potential of your own life. If right now you are stuck in some sort of a job or in a corporate environment, so this is going to be actually creating or going to land you in that kind of a position or that area where the accessibility factor is going to be there. Like you have the capacity to access your life more and more and more. So this is the first important point. Apart from this thing, if you are not married and if you are fortunate to go through this Dasha from the age of 20 till the age of 60, so make sure I will tell you this planet have the capacity to not only bless you with a very good married life, but also actually have the capacity to bless you with children, even the monetary benefits that are also going to be strongly connected with this 9th house. The negative side of this 9th house is actually connected with the Rin, okay? Specifically Pitri Rin, because 9th house is the house of fathers and gurus actually. Now, what will happen as soon as you are entering into this 9th house, there are going to be certain bondages, okay? It's a bond between you and your father, bond between you and maybe your guru. So that bond is actually getting disturbed as soon as you are going through this Dasha. Because this Dasha is actually going to be opening or creating your own set of belief systems into your own life that are going to be contradicting with the belief systems which you have inherited specifically from your parents, from your family, specifically through genes also. Genetic programming is also getting changed as soon as you are going into this 9th house Lord period. Apart from this thing, this is also the best time frame where individuals have the capacity to, rather than worrying much about the materialistic side of the life or towards the monetary side of the life, this particular dasha have the capacity to actually create individuals more towards following the path of dharma. Now, dharma is a very big word in Vedic astrology because 10th house is your karma and 9th house is the house of dharma. So, dharma is basically the intent, okay, with which intention you are performing certain duties or certain tasks in your own life. So, if for example, right now you are not going through this dasha and your intent is not pure, as soon as suppose maybe after 5 years, 10 years, you will enter into this 9th house Lord dasha, automatically you need to create or sense a feeling inside you where your intent wants to become more and more pure. So the intention is actually going to demand a lot of purity of thoughts during this 9th house Lord dasha. Many times individuals that go into the negative pathway of addiction, okay, it may be alcohol, smoking, drugs, or certain negative sides of the life, maybe becoming a thief, becoming any other thing. So for example, if the person in the previous life also, or maybe in the initial stages of your own life, you have followed this path of non-dharma. By mean to say following the path of non-dharma, it's like you are going against the social and economic norms of the society. So for example, if you are going against these or going into these negative things more and more, as soon as you are going into this 9th house Lord dasha, this is going to create that the mentality shift inside a person, where the person is going to follow the path of dharma. So whatever the adharmic activities, it may be hoarding of money, gaining money through unfair means in your own life, or maybe you have did something wrong towards some other person. This dasha will going to create that sort of self-realization inside you. Like the person is going to be realizing everything from the inside, like I have did something wrong towards this person, so that is the reason I'm suffering in such areas of my own life. Many a times in the relationship part also, you see the cheating partners, okay, so they are going to cheat upon you and these kind of things. So I will tell you, if the person is going through their 9th house Lord dasha, this is that dasha which is creating self-realization inside the individual's mind. Like I have did something wrong, so it's my time or it's the duty to let me apologize for the kind of mistakes which I have committed in my own life. So this is the core theme, I will tell you, which you are going to be people revolving around this 9th house Lord dasha. Now, for example, if your 9th house Lord is going into the different zodiac signs or different elements, like in the fire element, or maybe going in the earth element, air, or in the watery element, what will happen? Let's try to now study these kind of results. 9th house, originally it's actually governed by Brihaspati, Jupiter. So basically it's a fire energy, okay, it's a trine house. 1st, 5th and 9th, these are the trine houses. If your 9th house Lord is posited into the fire zodiac sign anywhere in the chart, the sign of Aries, the sign of Leo, and the sign of Sagittarius, there is going to be some advantage which is going to be present in your own life. Now this is the advantage which might be coming because of your family, because of your friend circle, because of your husband or wife, or because of some other factors which include your business partners or any kind of a thing. But you will see there is going to be some basic foundational level is actually going to be provided if your 9th house Lord is going in the sign of Sagittarius, Leo, and the Aries. Even if this Lord is combust in the horoscope, it's not going to be losing its significance, but you are going to be gaining some advantage. By mean to say gaining some advantage, like suppose you are coming from that kind of a family where family is involved into the business. So this is the advantage, like you are going to be getting or gaining access over the family business very easily. Or maybe your father have achieved something big, and because of the father reputation, you are gaining something big in the society. Even in the sign of fire, political inclinations can also be seen up to very large extent, where the individuals are leaving their mundane jobs and these kind of things, and any important step towards the betterment of the society, it's going to be connected with the fire. Next, if it is posited into the earth, then it's a very challenging and the toughest placement, because 9th house, the dharma lord going into the earth, so the person will not be able to value the amount of time which they need to give towards acquiring the materialistic thing or towards the spiritual side of the life. And that is where it's going to be pretty challenging in front of these people, because I will tell you, 9th house lord is going to make you very secure in your own life. Like maybe suppose your initial 30 years are going to be pretty insecure, and now you are in the 9th house, so you will first time in your life you are going to be experiencing certain security. But your brain, okay, your past 30 years are going to be reprogrammed in such a way where it becomes very difficult for you to get out of that mentality. That is the reason it's very difficult in the earth element to even change your belief systems. So whatever the hardcore belief systems that are programmed inside you, so that belief systems are going to be continuously happening in this period. It may be you are becoming millionaire or achieving great fortune, prosperity, good life also, but still people tend to struggle if it is into the earth element, the Taurus, the Capricorn and the Virgo. Next, if it is going into the air element, it's going to be creating a lot of movement. Going into the foreign land and foreign travel is also going to be strongly associated with this thing. If you are a student between the age of 15 to 25, you are going for maybe bachelor's degree, undergraduate master program. If you are fortunate enough to hit 9th house lord, or maybe it's coming not in the Dasha but Antardasha, and if it is in the air element, 100% this is going to be creating movement. Because in the air element, this is going to give you more exposure, or it's like gaining more and more knowledge, abundance of knowledge. Hunger of knowledge is actually going to be becoming multifolded if it is specifically going into the air. In the air, sexual urges are also going to be extremely high inside these people, because the validation, or they want to express themselves in such a way where other people, they might going to recognize them. So people are also chasing sexual validation in these time frames. People are also going to be looking for like the belongingness part, like where do I actually belong. So that sense of belongingness is also going to be becoming pretty deepened in the 9th house Lord Dasha. Irrespective if it is in the air or any other element, the sense of belongingness, like where do I actually belong, and that is the emotional need of every human being. So that sense of belongingness is also getting pretty deepened. You see many individuals, like they tend to change their religions also, like maybe someone converting from Christian towards the Hinduism. So why that change of religions are happening? Why these people are changing? Because of the sense of belonging. Because it's like inner calling, their inner self is calling, like I belong more with this particular religion, because my ritualistic things are, or my energy is vibrating and matching with that part. So it's going to be connected with the air. Lastly, if it is going into the water zodiac sign, it's going to create wealth also. It's a very positive indicator. Apart from this thing, if 9th house lord goes into the water zodiac sign, like the Pisces, the sign of Scorpio, even the sign of Cancer, first of all, the relationship challenges are also going to be start building up during that duration. Many people that you know personally from past many years, they suddenly going to leave you if your 9th house lord into the water. Because in the watery zodiac sign, it's going to be dissolving in such a way where a lot of emptiness and vacuum space is going to be created inside you. So person here going to experience the extreme level of secludedness, loneliness. But it's not a negative thing to experience loneliness and secludedness. Most of the time, it's your spiritual calling, like your chart is actually asking you to go more deepen into the path of spirituality. So it's then going to be interlinked with the spiritual aspect of the life as well. I have seen many people in their watery zodiac signs, 9th house Lord Dasha, going into the pathway of healing, becoming astrologers, numerologer, palmistry, occult sciences, and these kind of things are going to be pretty connected with this part. Apart from this thing, if for example your 9th house lord is afflicted, Now, by mean to say afflicted, if it is with the more than 2 malefic, or maybe for example your 9th house lord is itself malefic, it's Saturn, and it's forming connection with Mars and Ketu, then what is going to be happening? Challenges after challenges, challenges after challenges are going to be building in your own life. It's like you are going to climb one Mount Everest. So there is no any intermediary, or there is no any stoppage in between. It's a continuous graph where you need to keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving. But I will tell you, after this 9th house lord Dasha, whichever next Dasha you are going to be following, then this Dasha is actually going to be setting that sort of a foundation. Because affliction to the 9th house lord is going to create a lot of challenges. Keep that point in your mind. If the 9th house lord is not much afflicted, yes, you are going to be enjoying a lot of advantages, but the learning part is also going to be very nominal. There are only 4 dashas in Vedic astrology, 4 dashas which are going to create a learning pattern. First is the ascendant dasha, because that will help you in the discovery of the purpose of your own life. The next is the 5th house. This is that past life deeds unfolding, and then the person is searching for the answers. Then is the 8th house, where the person want to go deeper into the roots like the Mula Nakshatra, and then is the 9th house. So these are the 4 learning periods in your own life. If you are going through these set of dashas, continuous improvement is also going to become the main theme of your own life. If you are not improving yourself, or maybe from one day to the next day, or you are not improving in any aspect of your life, it's then going to be becoming very difficult time frame to deal with or cope up with the challenges which are coming from this 9th house lord. If it is retrograde, for example, like 9th house lord is retrograde in the chart, then you are going to be into a loop. You remember initially when I started this video, I told you one important wording here, like a Pitri Rin. Okay, Rin means debt basically. Ancestral debt which you need to repay back to the society, specifically to your father, forefather, and towards your gurus actually. So suppose you have gained knowledge from your gurus. Okay, it may be by paying them certain money. Suppose you have purchased online courses. So what you are doing here, you are bringing everything into the 9th house. Like you are gaining something from some guru with whom you consider, okay, he is a knowledgeable person. So in the 9th house, suppose you are gaining knowledge, or maybe any other dasha you have gained a lot of knowledge. As soon as you hit this dasha, it's time to repay that part back to the society. It means whatever the knowledge or whatever the intake is there, you need to create a similar output value outside actually. Only then you will be able to feel pretty balanced up there. Otherwise, this dasha can also sometimes going to create suffocation inside the people life. Like people from the inside, they tend to feel suffocated because the sense of validation, sense of belongingness, or chasing for the validation. Like someone can validate me, my existence is there, and yes, I am this personality. So that part is going to be becoming pretty deep actually. That is the reason many people in their 9th house lord dashas, they tend to spend money over the things. They want to buy maximum things in their own life. Because with the help of spending, they are creating that sense of validation. Like I'm having this car, so society is going to be validate me in such a way. If I'm going to wear such kind of a clothes, so society validation is going to be there. So this pressure, this peer pressure is going to be there in the 9th house. Many students also between the age of 15 to 25, if they go through this 9th house lord dasha, then what will happen? They become college dropouts. Because they will not be able to follow the path which is presetted by the society. Nowadays, many Gen Zs are also questioning the things like why we need to do job and these kind of a thing. So what have happened over the past 50 years, or from specifically 1970 till maybe 2020. So these 50 years time frame, lot of evolution have happened. So you can study this evolution from the 9th house because it's the belief system. If you pick up any person right now, suppose you are watching this video and right now you are 50 years of age. Someone is watching at 30 years of age and someone is watching 20 years of age. So you see the mindset of all these 3 age groups are going to be totally different. So why that changes are coming? Because of your 9th house. You might going to be perceiving my video or the message that I want to give you in some different way because of the age factor. because of your own belief systems. Maybe some foreigner or some other person at different age group, or maybe some female watching this video, they might going to interpret it or take the message into some different manner. That is the 9th house Lord Dasha. I hope now you understand with clarity what this Dasha is going to be capable enough to create into your own life. So I hope you have gained some pretty deep insights in this video with me. Regarding any queries and any consultations, you can just drop me an email and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And make sure to subscribe my channel below, hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. You can also send me super thanks also. Any small contribution from your side will help me to feel more motivated to create more such content over the YouTube platform. And we will meet very soon in the 10th house Lord Dasha. So till then, please take care and Hare Krishna.